I thought I would stream live while walking on a part of the Beltline. And if you live in Atlanta, Georgia, you know the Beltline. So there are parts of the Beltline that are super popular that you can barely move because everybody's on it. And then there's parts of the Beltline that are like this. Let me do a 360 real quick. A 360. Nothing but, nothing but, nothing but nature. Yeah, so luckily I live on the part of town for now that it's still kind of scenic and naturey. And every once in a while you hear a car exploding or whatever. All right, so my brother tends to walk on the Beltline often, and I think he's come on this side of the Beltline, but uh, this is a nice, like I haven't been on this part of the Beltline um, for, I don't know. But anyway, being in nature is good for everybody, not just my brother, because he's dealing with mental illness. He's working on recovery and things like that. So it helps him in a lot of ways. Um, it boosts serotonin. You get your vitamin D. You get a chance to, if you want to, touch some grass, you know. Um, be at peace with nature and your thoughts and things like that. So um, there's definitely benefits. And then every once in a while, I like to stop. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the. I think there's like another trail. Oh, okay, that's a bridge. Okay. So there's a way to go down the street that way. And there's actually a little stop. Mm, they've got nice smelling, fresh smelling things. I smell something. I can't put my nose to it exactly, but it smells good. All right, and it did just rain like an hour and a half ago. So it's nice to smell like nature after the rain. That's a good smell too. Um, it's a lot of benefits to being out in nature for everyone. Okay. And I'm just being nosy and curious. I like gardens and things like that. I would like to think that I'm a gardener, but not really. um, I threatened, seriously, when I say threatened, I threatened to start a garden this summer, but it hadn't, hadn't happened. Oh well. Um, oh, Magneticus, how you doing out there? So I'm just walking around on what we call the Beltline. It's kind of like it's a trail that circles the city. I think it's almost complete. Like when they first proposed it, like I don't know, like 7 or 8 years ago, I think that they said it was going to take 25 years. But where they got the money and the resources, but they put this bad boy together real quick. Okay, real quick, because it is a nice way to enjoy nature, take walks in a safe way. Like I said, there's little areas where you can kind of sit. And as you can hear, the traffic, that's why I'm going to probably stop when I cross over because it gets louder. But yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful like way to experience nature if you don't live in like nature. But then there's also parks. That's the reason why. And I'm going to get on my soapbox now. In the United States, um, in the era of Teddy Roosevelt, he preserved, unfortunately, that we got a president right now that is trying to pilfer the resources from the national parks. Okay? So, as I said, it's going to get louder because I'm trying to cross over the street. Anyway, about 150 years ago or more, Teddy Roosevelt thought it was important, or like 125 years, thought it was important to preserve nature. Like Yeah, he was a hunter. Like in today's times, everybody was like, "Well, he shot things." It's like, yeah, okay, but back then, he was actually a naturalist. Okay, and when he became president, he had the power to instate what we now have national parks. Right? We have national parks where certain things are not allowed to be done there, like killing animals and cutting down trees and things like that. We even have state parks too, by the way. So it's to preserve what, unfortunately, the United States was greedily stripping away. This is the robber barons of that time, because he was around there in that time too. They were buying up land. They were looking to, make generations, which they have generations upon generations, rich beyond their wildest dreams. And I mean, I don't know what Roosevelt's mindset was per se around all that, but he has done some things, some good things, and he did some not so good things, you know. But with the national parks and preserving nature, that was a good thing. And who's to say what's going to happen with our current administration with nature? But we still have state parks, and we still have cities with parks. You know, save the soil. It is important. All right, so I'm getting closer to my destination, and I probably need to relax my knees. No, I got some new shoes though, so seriously, these are some good shoes. Oh my goodness, as a teacher, I do a lot of walking anyway, but oh wait, what are you saying, mechanisms? Oh really? Well, I've had a good joke. But yeah, so yeah, this is a nice part. See, I've always walked the other way on the belt line. This nice little trek. It was kind of, ooh, what's this? See, sometimes I stop and it. Those look like berries. I don't want to eat them though. I need one of those apps that identify things. Let's see. I'm not gonna pluck it, but it's kind of cool. I wonder. Can't smell. Can't tell by the smell. But yeah, I need one of those apps that you can look at the trees and see, and that's the whole point. It's like to enjoy. Like, yeah, it's also a mode of transportation, as you can see. There's, I don't know if you saw somebody just walked by me, but it's the belt line. It's a mode of transportation, and it's really nice to just be able to enjoy nature on it. And I know a couple of months ago when the bunnies were out, like really out, I saw a bunny. I was like, "Oh, there's a bunny." But I get bunnies at my house too. But still, it's nice. All right, so I'm gonna go. I need to go relax and maybe do some cooking, some kitchen witchery. All right, so with that, I say, friends out there, take care. Bye. Enjoy nature.